So, I have a knitting fail to share with you. Wait until you see the back of this hat. It's so awful, honestly. Let me tell you all about it. I'm actually a knit and crochet designer, but this was maybe 6, 10 years ago, a while ago, from my early knit days. I think this was the first beret I ever made, and there's so many things, so many things I did wrong. I think I followed the pattern right, but I've used it's a lace pattern which you can't even see really, because I've used this bizarre like variegated. I don't think it's actually Noro because it feels synthetic, but like Noro. I was obsessed with Noro. Anyone obsessed with Noro yarn? It's like a Japanese yarn in like the early, or maybe like the late 2000s. It's like a Japanese brand, and it's mostly like silk blend, like wool yarns in like funky colors. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. So this is like a knockoff Noro. And I had one ball, obviously ran out. Um, thought, oh, I've got some wool. I've got some wool. So you know what? It looks like I felted it. I think maybe it was too big and I deliberately felted it in an attempt to shrink it down. But obviously, I don't know. So then I've used this yarn and it doesn't work. The stripe is like too stark. I just needed a dark green. So I really, really screwed that up. And then I was like, wait, I can fix this. I'll put a pom-pom on it. One wasn't enough. I've got four on there. That's one, two, three, and then a massive one on top. And I had distinct memories of actually wearing it to my job, where I might add, I worked on a yarn magazine. Well, I mean, it was a crochet magazine, but I could knit. I remember wearing it in the lift and catching a glimpse of myself in the mirror and being like, this isn't right with this hat on. Obviously, didn't finish the ends. Look at the state of that. Just didn't weave them in. I don't even remember what this pattern was, but it could have been so nice if I picked the right yarn. And I remember the issue with, I literally wore this out, and the issue was because it has four pom-poms on, it was like too heavy and kept falling off my head. So it doesn't even function as a hat. If I made this again, I mean, I don't even remember what the pattern was. And I certainly didn't have the right yarn for it. So I'd start off by getting that right. If I was to make a beautiful lace beret again, I would swatch so I could get the size right for my head. And I would pick a yarn that really showed off the lace stitches, something with good stitch definition, maybe. Maybe like a wool and cotton blend, maybe, or just something in a solid color that would show off the stitches, because this is like too fuzzy. Like a fuzzy sort of mohairy beret is cute if you're not worried about seeing any of these stitches, but this is like not the one. And then if I ran out of yarn, I would try and find a better match. I've definitely done hats before where I've run out and I've made them small. Maybe it's a beret thing. I've got another beret I knitted more recently, and I had to make it too shallow for my big noggin because I was running out of yarn. So yeah, maybe I didn't learn those lessons after all. Please make me feel better and share your knit fails in the comments.